This looks like a gun, it fires like a gun. In fact, the only reason it's different from an average firearm is how it was made. This AR-15 was printed using state-of-the-art technology. A 3D printer forged this out of plastic. The man who made it has put the instructions online for anyone to use.
So we can get data in from a designer, put it in the machine. Typically it might cook overnight and for a big model, and we'll be ready in the morning.
The technology's been around for a few years, but as it's advanced, so have its capabilities. This is not about printing things on paper, but using all manner of materials, from plaster to metal.
When you want something, you can talk to the designer, you can download the data and have it fabricated where it's going to be used. In specialist components for things like bridges and things like this is already beginning to happen.
15 years ago, I had a dream to design the urban vehicle of the future.
At the extreme end of the scale, these 3D printers can even make moving vehicles. They now print the internal bits as well as the shells. The problem is what to do when the technology is used for more controversial means.
One of the issues here is regulation. In many parts of the world, like here in the United Kingdom, for the majority of people, getting hold of a gun is near on impossible. It's an extremely tightly controlled process. But how do you regulate the sale of a printer? These things are available in some cases for just a few $1,000s. They're used in everything from healthcare to architecture to the manufacturing of child's toys. So you take somebody who can afford one of these things, somebody who has the desire to have a gun, they get internet access, they download these blueprints, which can be made quite freely available, fed into these machines. Before you know it, there is what is effectively an unregulated gun-making facility and all of the problems that go with it.
Many people, 40% of people, are currently evading background checks for gun sales. And this will be impossible to have background checks for individuals making plastic guns from the safety of their living room.
The US is no stranger to gun violence. In a country which recently buried the 26 victims of the Sandy Hook murders, there is now a fierce debate over gun control. In the US, and indeed internationally, that control could, because of technology, become much harder to exercise. Phil Lavelle, Al Jazeera, London.